I saw the framed family portrait on Christmas Eve. My face was gone, cut out completely, as if I'd never existed. The absence went unspoken as silence filled the room. I noticed, but they didn't. Strange how erasure can be so quiet. The next day, I gave my parents an envelope. I told them, don't open it here. They went ahead, no stopping them. My mom cried. Tears fell, silence. My dad went pale. He looked shocked. I felt a chill. Something was wrong. I can't say I was shocked when I saw it, not really, just a dull acceptance. It was there. I took it in. No surprise, just reality. I wish I could say it shocked me like a twist in a film, but it didn't. It felt strange, almost like I saw it coming. I stepped into my parents' living room. Snow clung to my boots. I looked up. There it was. The picture. Big, shiny, framed professionally. I hung it with intention, with pride, right above the fireplace. It felt like the crown jewel of our family's legacy. Everyone was involved. My mom wears her favorite red blazer. She smiles. It's a smile that hides decades of sighs. Sighs for everything but my sister, my dad. That awkward grin, the one he saves for photos and golf course selfies. My sister stands out, front and center. She wears a beige turtleneck. It probably costs more than my rent. That pose, the fake candid. She looks like she's laughing at something charming and wholesome. A joke about her trust fund. Sounds good. Short and to the point. And then I was gone, not even pushed to the brink, nothing, just clear. No distractions. Just gone. The crop was decent, not bad at all. It was clean, deliberate, neat, clean, organized. It felt like I was erased. Clean, no trace left behind. Clean lines, perfect finish, gone. Just like that, I stared at it for 4 seconds, maybe 5 tops. It was just long enough. My stomach didn't growl. No one noticed. Maybe they saw it. Maybe they just didn't care. "Dinner's nearly done," Mom called from the kitchen. It felt like we were one big happy family. Rosemary, lemon. The scent hit me. Something was roasting. Sense of the season. Comfort has a scent. I loved those smells. Back when they had meaning. I hung up my coat. I muttered a quick hello. I stepped into the kitchen. My sister was there. She swirled wine in her glass. It was like she was hosting a show on seasonal pairings. She kissed my cheek, that air kiss, the way she does now. Close enough for the gesture, far enough to keep distance. "You made it," she said. Like I was late. Like this was her house, an event I missed. I ignored it, no response, simple as that. I just smiled, a smile, the kind that hides the screams. 3 times this month. I won't waste my voice again. Dinner was the same old show. My dad carved the roast. It was like a scene from a Hallmark commercial. Sharp knife, steady hands, perfect slices. My mom praised my sister's skincare routine. Twice. No one cared to know. I felt invisible, alone. No one asked about my life. No one cared where I was staying. Someone asked if I still drove that little car. It's code for something else. I don't know what's happening in your life. I hope you'll share. It would help us pretend we care. I left the blanks empty. I watched my sister. She unwrapped a small gift from Mom and Dad. A gold watch. Vintage, timeless, elegant. Nothing fancy, she said. I laughed. The receipt was tucked under the tissue paper. I saw the number. I need to work a week and a half to pay for it. I might have skipped groceries. "Oh my God," my sister beamed. "This is amazing. Dad thought I'd like it," he grinned, like he just sealed a deal. I got a mug. It said, "Somebody's favorite daughter." I think it was meant to be ironic. Was it? It's tough to tell. I got up after dessert, claiming fatigue. Mom offered me the guest room. Not my room, not my old room, just the guest room. It was impersonal with its beige sheets, dusty bookshelf, and single lamp that flickered if you breathed too close to it. I closed the door. The lamp flickered to life. I sat on the edge of the bed. I pulled out the envelope. It felt heavy. My heart raced. It sat in my bag the whole time. Thick ivory paper, seal embossed. I thought about giving it to them in the morning, once the stockings were done, once the cinnamon rolls were gone. Post-performance. Standing in that living room, I look at that photo, my entire existence airbrushed out, a glitch in the family algorithm, sure. I changed my mind. Simple as that. They ignored me. They chose not to remember. It stung. I was erased, gone, just like that. With caution, with purpose. I felt like a failed brand partnership. I flipped the envelope. I felt its weight. I examined every crease. It weighed me down. I lay in bed. The house settled around me. Silence, darkness. Same old creaky floorboards. Same clock, ticking, always. My dad snored somewhere in the hall. My mom's voice floated up, just once. I'm bringing the good plates tomorrow. My sister laughed. It was practiced. Breathless. The Golden Child soundtrack, it's iconic, memorable, a mix of sounds. Each track hits hard. It stays with you. I shut my eyes. I reflected on the years. I got into my dream college. They said, "We're so proud." Then they asked if I could defer a year. They wanted to help my sister with her portfolio. I missed rent. I called home. Dad said, "Things are tight right now." Meanwhile, he was planning a cruise for her birthday. I brought home a boyfriend. Dinner was awkward. They forgot his name. Silence filled the room. I felt the heat rise. It was a disaster. He didn't return. I didn't hold it against him. I was done with that excuse. I was sensitive, but it felt like more. I needed to face it. I'm done pretending. I get it. I'm just tired. That night, I lay in a bed that felt foreign. I stopped making excuses. Tomorrow, I'll hand them the envelope. I won't raise my voice. I won't cry. I didn't raise my voice. Not once. I smiled. A Merry Christmas. The truth emerges. Years of silence fade away. I woke up. Coffee and cinnamon rolls filled the air. My sister's voice drifted in. She was talking about luggage weight limits. Travel is stressful, honestly. She didn't pay for her travel. That's the irony. Or her bags, or the bag, the shoes in the suitcase. They cost more than my rent. Crazy, right? Yes. Devastating stuff. I'm sending prayers up. I lingered in the guest room. Time slipped away. I didn't want to leave. I wasn't tired. I just didn't want to step back into that sitcom set. My family's Christmas felt like a show. Too much cheer, too many smiles. Not my scene. I could picture it, the fake laughter, the forced optimism. Someone, probably my mom, saying, "Isn't it nice having everyone together?" As if I was truly part of it all. The truth was, I'd spent a decade fading into the background, a blurry figure in every family memory, always there, but never seen. I wandered into the kitchen. My mother was plating scrambled eggs. It looked like she was auditioning for a lifestyle magazine brunch spread. I watched my dad at the table. He was scrolling through his phone. My sister stood barefoot. She sipped almond milk from a wine glass. "Good morning," my mom said it without looking up. "I hope you slept well in the guest room. The mattress has a personality." I said it while pouring coffee. She laughed. I wasn't joking. I wasn't there. I got through breakfast. Just like always, we performed. No way to catch up. No one asked about my job. No one asked how I was doing. No one cared if I still lived in that small apartment with the creaky stairs. I wasn't, just to be clear. My sister mentioned her trip. Barcelona this time. She feels lucky. Our parents support her dreams. I stayed silent, just nodded, like a seat filler at an awards show. No one saw the envelope in my coat pocket. Not yet. It will happen later. I let my thoughts drift. No destination, just floating, quiet, backwards. Everything brought me here. I graduated high school. I received a scholarship, not a full ride, but it's enough. I can make it work with part-time jobs. I sat at the kitchen table, paperwork everywhere. I asked for help with the rest, just a bit. My mom shot me a look. It was sharp, like I'd just asked to borrow her wedding ring to pawn. Dad mentioned tough timing. We're still behind from the bathroom remodel. That remodel? It had heated floors, a bathtub with Bluetooth. Fun fact. My sister got a new car. It was for her 18th birthday. 2 months later, white leather seats, Clean, crisp, eye-catching. My custom stereo, it's unique. It sounds amazing. A bow sits on top. I cried when they handed me the keys. I told them they were the best parents in the world. I stood by the recycling bin. A $20.00 bill was tucked inside a graduation card. It read, "You're going places." Do you know what? I left for college. I had to go. No turning back. I took 3 jobs. I slept 4 hours a night. I ate too much instant ramen. I graduated with honors. I moved, new city, new beginnings. I began again. I stopped asking them for anything. No more requests, just silence. They didn't offer anything. I got laid off 2 years ago. I didn't call. I was sick. I needed medication. I couldn't afford it. I didn't ask for help. I lost my furniture when the apartment flooded. I bought a used mattress on Craigslist. I made do. My sister posted Instagram stories. Santorini. I watched. Jealousy stirred. Clearly sponsored. I wondered if it was me. Maybe I was just tough to love. I'm more reserved, not as bright. Maybe I should have joined a sorority, smiled more, worn more beige. Maybe if I had played piano, they would have seen me. Instead, I worked shifts at a diner no one noticed. Maybe if I hadn't made it so easy. Always independent, always fine. They might have seen I needed help too. I recalled my 8th birthday. It hit me hard, a flash of memories, sharp and clear. 6 kids came over. I baked cupcakes. I did it myself. Mom forgot the pizza. We had cheese slices on saltines instead. My sister had a dance recital the next day, so everything wrapped up early. They said next year they'll make it up to me. I waited. They never did. I won a state science competition. It was a big deal. I felt proud. Hard work paid off. I got a call from school. They told my parents. They replied, "Nice job, smiley face." That was it. No food, no certificate, no frame. Never speak of it again. My sister got a small part in a shampoo commercial. They threw her a party. Balloons everywhere. A custom cake read "Future Star." It wasn't me. Simple as that. I wasn't the one. Never was. I felt it. It was sudden. Everything changed. I didn't seek it out, not at all. I went to the local records office. I needed something else. It was unrelated. I need proof of address. It's for a job application. Paperwork. Red tape. Endless forms. Frustrating. Time-consuming. Something caught my eye while I was there. A document. My name is on it. I saw a property address. I didn't recognize it. I thought it was a mistake. At first, could be someone else with that name. Curiosity took over. It always does. It spiraled down, fast, out of control. I began to dig. I wanted more. I needed answers. Requests. Simple, direct, clear, looking, digging, finding. Some emails. Carefully worded. The deeper I went, the more tangled it became. I wasn't told everything. Secrets lingered. I felt the weight of them. Buried things. Hidden. Forgotten. I'm at the center of it all. I paused. No immediate response. Just silence. I didn't confront anyone. I watched. It was intense. I felt every moment. Time stood still. I saw it. It was there, clear, unmistakable. I did it like before, no changes, just the same. Now, I was no longer helpless. I had facts. They were clear. They were undeniable. Paper. Evidence. The more I uncovered, the calmer I felt. A strange peace washed over me. I felt like I'd been underwater forever. I didn't even know it. Finally, I came up for air. They forgot me completely. I was used. I have a name. My rights matter. I stay quiet. No words. Just stillness. It speaks volumes. No, I had something. They would listen now. I finished breakfast. I went upstairs. I changed. I took my time. I'll let them be. They can handle it. Come to the tree. Hand out the gifts. I soak in their holiday glow. It's bright. It's warm. It's inviting. I came down. They were halfway through unwrapping. I watched my sister. She opened something expensive. She feigned surprise. It was all an act. My mom had that look, misty-eyed. The kind she saves for moments she'll post later. My dad looked at me. I didn't sleep, not a wink, just thoughts racing, too much on my mind. I grinned. That's it. He nodded. Then he turned his attention back to my sister. She was lost in admiration of her designer tote. I sat quietly. I reached into my coat pocket. I put the envelope on the table. Coffee mugs and crumpled wrapping paper surrounded it. I stood there, silent, invisible. No one saw me. Not now. But they'd notice, eventually too late. I saw the envelope about 10 minutes later. My mom saw it first. God forbid anything touches her reclaimed wood table. No coasters, no ceremony, no purpose. She picked it up. It felt like a bill. Or maybe a wedding invitation. Misdelivered. "What's this?" she asked, looking around the room, not at me. I stayed focused on the ground. No distractions, just silence. I took another sip of coffee. I said, "That's from me." My dad looked up. He was still poking at the last bits of wrapping paper. He hoped something had fallen under the tree. "You didn't have to get us anything," he said. He smiled like I'd handed him a mug with a cheesy quote. "I know, I said it, I wanted to do it, it caught their eye." Mom sat. She turned the envelope. Her hands moved slowly. "Should we open it? Now?" I shrugged. It was whatever, no big deal, just another day. I'd prefer you didn't. They opened it. No surprise there. Dad leaned in. She broke the seal. For a few seconds, only the sound of paper sliding free, the quiet crinkle of shifting pages. I saw my sister. She folded the handles of her new designer tote, just so, like it was a newborn she named after a French city. Then, the silence shifted. It got thicker. I stayed focused. No need to glance up. I felt it. It hits me. A wave. I feel sick. Confusion swirls. I can't breathe. It hits you. The milk is sour. Coffee ruined. Disappointment sets in. Right after I swallow. My dad exhaled sharply through his nose. My mom's eyes raced. She flipped to the second page, then the third. It was like she wanted to outrun the words. My sister glanced my way. "What is it?" No response. Silence. I waited. Nothing came. She raised her voice, tried once more. "What's happening?" Nothing yet. It was time. I knew it. I felt it. I moved. I thought it was time you knew. I stood up slowly. "Merry Christmas." "What is this?" my mom finally asked me. Her voice was quiet, flat. "I'm not angry." Clear, focused, just like, "Oh, up," I said it. "A copy of Grandpa's will." I blinked. "I've seen his will. It's clear. It's final. I handled the estate." "No, I managed the estate." "That's what you said. I never saw the full will. He kept it from me. I heard he left some keepsakes. A bit of cash, too. It went to funeral expenses." I stared back. He blinked. "A lot. That version left out the rental property in Old Briar." I pressed on. "I guess you were already collecting rent by then." My dad slammed the papers on the table. He looked shocked, like they'd burned him. "Where did I get this? Public records, title searches, tax filings, archived emails." "That's what I said." 2 phone calls. A lawyer with endless patience. My sister stood up at last. "Wait, what rental property? The one near the park?" I faced her. "That one from the photo shoot last year?" "Yep, that one." Her mouth opened. Silence. Nothing came out. My mom found her voice again, finally. "Sweetheart, it's not what you think." I grinned. "That's amusing. You used my name, my inheritance, my legal rights, all to fund your lifestyle. You told me there was nothing left for me. It wasn't like that." She said it too quickly. It was a moment, quick, fleeting. I felt it, then it was gone. "It's complicated." "No, it wasn't," I said. "The will is clear, very clear. I inherited the house according to the will. I was the sole beneficiary. The title was transferred to my name when I was barely an adult. But you managed it and collected rent for years without my knowledge or consent. Done. So, all that rent you've been collecting, stolen technically. What about the renovations?" "Not allowed." My dad rubbed his temples. This conversation was giving him a migraine. I hoped it was. I knew you wouldn't get it, he said quietly. You're always dramatic. I laughed. It caught me off guard. Okay, I admit it. I'm dramatic. You cut me from the family photo. You stole my inheritance. But yeah, let's focus on my tone. My sister was confused. It was clear. Someone had pulled the rug out from under her. She hadn't hit the floor yet. That house covered my tuition. I know, I said. And the car? And the Mexico trip. All those expensive things bought with my inheritance. Her trip had been exciting, full of adventure, a whirlwind of memories. She could still feel the sun, taste the incredible food, remember the warm people. She'd told everyone she wanted to go back. A few handbags, too. Not fair, she snapped. I didn't need it. I was always the independent one. I never asked for help. I was told there was nothing to ask for, so I said it. I made sure of that. My mom's voice changed. It became soft, careful. It was the same tone, sharp, direct, like when she tried to return something at the boutique. No receipt, no mercy. I didn't think you'd want the responsibility. I was busy. You were always distant, always out of reach. I was distant. I spoke those words. You made it clear. I'm not welcome here. Dad pushed his chair away. Calm down. Breathe. Focus. I turned to him. You need a lawyer, I said. I froze. I'm not suing. I added that still. I've got the property back. It's mine again. I notified the tenants. Rent payments go to me now. I can't go in anymore. The door is closed. No entry. It's over. My mom's eyes glistened. I could see the tears threatening to fall. That house paid the bills. We relied on it. I tilted my head. Maybe you shouldn't have taken it. We're family, she said softly. No, you're my past, your family, but not anymore, it's different. My sister crossed her arms. She looked annoyed. I could feel the tension. Silence hung in the air. You believe this puts you above us? No, not beneath you anymore. The silence that followed felt heavy. It pressed down. It suffocated. It was full, thick, heavy, unyielding. The silence, it rings in my ears, a sharp, unsettling sound. No one budged, no one exhaled. My dad stared at the envelope. It looked dangerous. My mom's face was blank, no expression, just stillness. My sister seemed lost in a dream. She looked like she needed a jolt, a pinch, something to bring her back. I grabbed my coat. Wait, my mom said to stand. Can we talk about this? Just for a moment. I just did, I said. For years I waited, feeling left out as decisions were made without me. It stung, your constant exclusion, your empty promise that someday I'd get it. I waited, and I still don't. Dad's jaw tightened. Leave now. Don't come back. I stopped at the door. I turned to look at them one last time. That's the first thing we've agreed on. I walked away. It was done. The air outside bit at my skin. Cold. Clean. It slammed into my lungs. A reminder. I was still here. Still standing. Still real. I got in my car. The engine roared to life. I drove. I held it in. No tears, just silence. I didn't smile. I breathed. In. Out. Sometimes silence speaks volumes. Words can fail. Inaction can be strength. Less is more. Sometimes the loudest scream is silence. It's in the act of walking away, no words needed, just the sound of footsteps fading. 3 weeks went by. Then the first message arrived. It came from my mom. Brief. Respectful, courteous, considerate, always kind. She polished it. 5 times. Still unsure if it would land. Hey there. I've been thinking. There's a misunderstanding here. Can we talk this week? I hope you're doing well. I love you. No punctuation at the end. I love you. You hang there, awkward, like a coat on the wrong hook. I stayed silent. 2 days later, another one. Don't let this ruin it all. My sister is upset. Very upset. Dad's holding it together, but I see it. He hates feeling blindsided. Right, got it. He feels blindsided. Not when he cheats, not when he deceives his daughter for years. No, not at all. I'm blindsided. Poor guy, I stayed silent. A voicemail from my dad arrived. I ignored it. I stared at the notification, then I deleted it. He called me kiddo. I offered to help with his retirement account. He said, let's leave the money stuff to the experts. Okay, I like him. My sister's email arrived, unexpected. I paused. What now? You think this makes you the winner? Okay, take the house. Don't come crying back. Money can't buy family. Another message came the next day. Mom and Dad are stressed. It shows. Tension fills the air. They're considering selling the condo. You got what you wanted. Congrats. I read that one twice. I didn't feel bad. I needed to grasp how much losing my property was tearing apart our finances. The house was everything. It held us up. It was the core. I rent 3 units. I covered their mortgage, their vacations, a chunk of my sister's education, and apparently some cosmetic work my mom swore was just really good skincare. I took it back. The machine sputtered. It was a mess. I hadn't even asked for back rent yet. Not now. Spring came, whispers reached me. Mutual acquaintances spoke. A neighbor said my parents are refinancing their condo. Another person mentioned my dad was doing consulting. I knew that meant cold calling old clients, hoping one of them still owed him a favor. I remember when my mom took weekend shifts. The boutique downtown called to her. She answered. Always working, always busy. I remember that place. She loved it. Always found something special there. She rang up yoga pants. For influencers. Told herself it was temporary. My sister. She's always there, always watching, always judging. I'm back at home. The apartment cost too much. City living isn't cheap. No more clients, they vanished. Her art collective fell apart. It imploded. I couldn't tell. Honestly, I didn't care. She launched a GoFundMe. It raised $83.00. A new creative chapter awaits. My ex-boyfriend gave me 2 of those dollars. That detail caught me off guard. I laughed. No idea why. I fixed up the house. It needed work. I got to it. My home. It started off dusty, feeling a bit neglected, but strong. I hired a contractor. He touched up the paint. He replaced the old windows. I cleared out the furniture. My parents had stored it there. I donated most of it. I kept 1 chair. I see a navy blue armchair. It stirs something in me, a memory from childhood. Faint, but there. It felt free, no strings, just me. The tenants were nice. One of them left a thank you note. I lowered their rent by $50. 0 cents. I was the first landlord. I treated them like human beings. It meant everything to me. More than my parents' recycled apologies. Always. It's funny what you see when silence settles in. The silence was heavy. It felt personal. Now, it's peaceful. It's like space. You finally get to stretch. I stopped checking my phone. No more hourly glances. I stopped waiting for the next guilt trip. No more. I'm done. I began to sleep soundly, night after night. No interruptions. One afternoon, I found a letter in my mailbox. Not an email, not a message, a genuine letter. My mom wrote on the front. I gripped it tightly. 1 minute. Then I opened it. I didn't think it was sincere. I wanted to mark the moment. Her perfume lingered on the envelope. 2 pages inside. She wrote clearly, concisely, that they'd been clueless and lost, never intending to hurt me. We wanted the best for everyone. I loved that part. You were always so strong. We didn't see you needed anything from us. People say that. They gain from my silence. They need a reason. They never ask why I stopped talking. She finished with, "We hope you'll come home someday." They offered a fresh start, a chance to be a family again, with no mention of repayment, no acknowledgement of the stolen income or the lies that still lingered in the air, unspoken and heavy. Being cropped out, like a bad ex, from the family photo, it still stings. I slid the letter into the drawer. It disappeared. Done. I kept it. I held on. No way I was tossing it. Still no response. She never reached out again. I ran into my old neighbor at a bookstore. 3 years had passed. I paused. She wanted to know about the property. Am I still managing it? Yes, I am. I smiled, I said yes. She paused, then she said, I hear your parents had a rough time. I kept quiet. She nodded. Simple. Clear. You're smiling. That's good. That's great. I exist. I live in the house now. I don't need to. Not because I wanted to. It's peaceful. Mine. I wake to birds. Sunlight streams in. No footsteps outside my door. No passive-aggressive remarks. No more guilt about calls. Just peace. I rebuilt the garden. The backyard transformed. New plants. Fresh soil. It feels alive. I repainted the front steps. Fresh coat. Looks good. My windowsills are packed with plants. They love the sun. They need little. They thrive on low expectation. A photo sits on my mantle now. I stand in front of the house. I hold the keys. Just me. Alone in the frame. It's just me. This is my favorite photo. No one got cropped out. I hear from them now and then. An email I received, I passed it along. A message came from a cousin. Once I received a Christmas card. It simply said, thinking of you. I hope you're doing well. No return address. I stayed silent. Funny thing, I'm not angry anymore. I won't wait for closure, not anymore, or justice. Maybe just an apology. I'd imagined it so many times. But they never gave it to me. My name etched forever. My spot in this world. It's mine. I belong here. I feel it. I know it. This is my story. I used to think that if I tried hard enough, things would change. I earned it. Finally. It's mine now. But even with this victory, a part of me still wonders if one day they'll love me the way they loved her. Love that matters isn't earned. It just is. It's a gift. No strings attached. What they gave me was conditional. I gave myself something, a gift, a moment, just for me. It was everything else. No, I don't miss them. I don't go over the talks. I let them be. No need to revisit. They're done. I don't picture big reunions. They don't happen. Not for me. I don't wish for a flawless apology, one that fixes everything. It doesn't exist. I said it right. No doubt about it. My life now? No bow, no blessing, just reality. I did the hard thing. I faced it head on, no backing down. I walked away. That was the only gift I needed. The silence stretched behind me, but ahead it felt full of possibilities. I was finally free to build a life, not defined by their choices, but by my own.